You come across a chord, but you're not sure what to play because of the list of options can feel overwhelming. But there is a really simple way to play over chords that can have you playing all the best notes right under your fingertips. I'm going to show you how to sound hip and modern with minimal effort, and all the while doing it by staying in one spot on your fretboard. I'm talking about something powerful, super arpeggios. This isn't just some fancy theory that is just academic in nature and not applicable in real situations. Once you understand it, you'll hear why super arpeggios can make your jazz lines sound rich, modern, and full of colorful sounds, because it will open up all the cool upper extensions that we love to hear in jazz harmony. Let me show you what's really going on. Here's a C major scale, but starting on D. If you know modes, that's a D Dorian mode, perfect for D minor 7. But I have to stress, this is not another regurgitated video about modes. We're talking about chords. So let's take that scale and reconfigure the notes and turn it into a chord. Now, here are your basic chord tones within the scale, D, F, A, C. That's part of why this scale can work over a D minor 7 chord, right? But now, let's turn this into a chord by reorganizing the notes in thirds. Now you get this. Those 9, 11, and 13 notes, that's where all the color and the interesting sounds live. This is what a lot of players tend to ignore, and this is exactly what I don't want you to do anymore. Now, at first glance, it looks like it could be difficult and out of reach because of the large distance from the first note to the last note. As long as you start on the arpeggio off on the 5th or 6th strings, you don't even have to change positions on your fretboard. Now you could play all those notes together at the same time, say on a piano, and it would sound great. It sounds really thick, but now it's a chord. It's the same notes of the scale, but harmonized in thirds. An arpeggio is simply a broken chord, or notes of a chord that it's being separated. And a chord is a frozen arpeggio. You can build super arpeggios for any chord. Check this out. Here's a major 13 sharp 11. Here's a 13 or flat 9 sharp 11. A 13 flat 9 sharp 11. And one of my all-time favorites, the 7 alt. I use this one a lot. If you're not sure how this applies to playing over chord progressions, remember, you're outlining just one chord plus all of the extensions above the 7th. Literally everything that's available for that chord. If you're used to thinking one scale over a bunch of chords, this is not that. This is dealing with one chord at a time. One important thing that I want to mention, I'm not saying that you should only play this way over every chord, every time, in every song from now on. I just want to show you this one tool that you can add to your arsenal of improvising tools. And it's really not that hard. Once you start thinking of this way, you realize any chord can be thought of as a super arpeggio. You are including the 4 basic notes of the chord and the colorful, more interesting notes above. After all, you want to play things that are interesting to the listener, right? A great way to train your ear and hands is to go through all 7 chords that you find in a major scale. And that sets you up to work through all the 7 chords found in melodic minor and then harmonic minor. And then you have a really nice palette to work with. Now, let's take that to a tune. Take the A train works perfectly because some of the chords last 2 or even 4 measures. And I'm going to go a little bit overboard with this just for demonstration purposes. And how much you apply this is totally up to you. You have to trust your ear and instincts while you're playing in real time. We've been stacking notes in thirds, classic harmony. But a harmony doesn't have to always be in thirds. Stacking notes in fourths creates a really cool and different vibe. And fifths work beautifully for a lot of chords too. I also love the sound of stacking sevenths, but there's a little bit of a trick to that one. I know your interest is now piqued, right? And you want to dive into this deeper? So to help you out, I've put together a PDF that shows you every super arpeggio that I could possibly think of, plus all the different fingerings so that you can get a head start on this and make it easier for you. And as a bonus, I'll include super arpeggio fingerings for fourths, fifths, and sevenths. My goal is to get you finding new sounds and play new ideas that you never thought was possible otherwise, and not work too hard to get it all accomplished.